Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
In the next story, or better still, like the news people will say, in another story, Quusmoke has spoken in a conversation that was happening on X, aka Space. And he said something that I would want to pick Long John's opinion on. Personally, but I wanted to have my own session on it, but after listening to Long John, I'll see whether I'll still continue to do that or not. While the conversation was ongoing with people like Scanty and other voices on there, he was asked, Quusmoke was asked, that Kweku, we understand that some time ago you were very active online, social media. You were very active. All of a sudden, we realized that you were gone. We were not seeing much of you again. What happened to you? Then Quusmoke narrated a story that has happened in the past years, where his, I want to say, beef with Shatta Wale caused a whole lot of emotional distress. In fact, he talked about being depressed at the time because Shatta Wale fans wouldn't let him sleep. They were chasing him in his inbox. They were chasing him in the comment section. He said it took one friend who came to live with him and gave him vim to come back again. Therefore, he says because of that, now because of that thing he went through and he was able to recover, now nothing on social media pushes him. He is not active there, and even when you try to poke him, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't mind. That is what Quusmoke said. What does it mean to be a brand like Shatta Wale? That is where I want us to have this conversation. And like I'm saying, I intend to have my own opinion, but Long John is here. I'll first listen to him, then after, I'll decide on whether I would also come back to this or not. But let's go listen to some of the things Quusmoke said during the space conversation on X. When I come back, I open it up for Long John, so we have a conversation. Stay tuned.
I beg, I want to ask Kweku, say, the time then, if they go through, like, then the time being then Shatta Wale gets issue, blah blah blah, people they insult him, blah blah. It gets some time where it tell him what he say, Charlie, make a do die. Like when you do sa limit nana.
Yeah, senior, and yet that time at Shatta Wale, mene Shatta Wale no, na the beginning of it, you know. So here mene Shatta Wale, at that time na mene bosom nenam. Bosom and fan one G fight, you know. One empatcher no. That time no na mene 8 town nenam. That time mu on mene twa mu kakra na 8 town ni be nya kasa kasa. And no so yeah then a train on free me squad no. Enti e be ka me pen na me wo fie bro. I was so depressed. Mechanical culture na me Satan kwa na me ni things na me depressed na me nwaku na brabo ni nkoye na aka me nkwa ofie na madam for ono ama me ba anwum no ne e friend hoji oye anwonani hoji me life nyina obi awo tribe o maye papa ama no me be tribe obi asem cause 2 regions pen na mentina Ghana my hustle almost baby Iti me pe tribe bi asem di na wo se bitimi sande te se bono mitimi sande te se enfantini bi bro matena ba bia iti me pe tribe bi asem ba anwonafo aboa me pa anwonafo o ma boa me wo wi asem me pe anwonafo asem me best friends bi aya anwonafo you know iti hojina that time ono aso na che me anyom ye you know me first maminka we me first feature me here na me ni floating stone obi ka say me nkan brofo o menyu mo onko go tie me ni floating stone me ndi brofo kwasi agimi bi a me ye mo say me America ni o said na me ye ni na bi me ni floating stone you know ni na sata ma oji na holding me down enti eba ne sa no na me ni mo bia na me hye fie me nko a na o friend me say smoke enioma ye den kakra o how far member show side kakra and I'm sure any bra. It your best share maintain with you know and also boosting me energy. You know, into your jiba maintain and me start me yeah big smoke. Into big smoke. I read old compound net so because now we maintain no I'm motivating me. You know, now it's like obi or like me firm na menya madam for back or no supporting me and or produce it or no produce it or sound rap it. So we were just making music. Yeah, I had no option than to just drop. If it is our time now me drop it. It is our time no. Anytime we actually move free me hono and I me feel it say nah kaminja music na me nyede. Me got na abrochi for a while, you know, because I had a chance to just go live in America. Meet him America, meet him na minjai. But me call 2021 America and I'm saying nah bro, I need to come back. And I'm a back. And then this whole thing started. You know, I felt like giving up before. Just saying, Yankopo and then your butaya or no episode or demi yentina, man give you up. I mean, was the same way.
Well, so that was Quusmoke's narration of what happened whilst he was in whilst he was having the Twitter or the X conversation. What does it mean to beef with a brand bigger than you? I would want us to even go beyond using the Shatta Wale brand, but of course that is the case study. But after paying attention to the case study, I also want us to look at the bigger picture. Okay, Shatta is the guy here, but the bigger picture is that if you are beefing with a bigger brand, what are some of the repercussions that you are likely to face, like the Quusmoke example he's telling us? Long John, let me listen to you.
I think this is a very important conversation we need to have.
Okay.
People sometimes say, "I Shatta crowd your wine," and I Shatta, and he always feel say they kill career, they kill career. We always thank God say the people who are involved always come back to bring the results.
Yes.
It's not Shatta Wale who give the results.
They confess.
They confess one by one. Understand? One thing people kept saying that really got me laughing most times was them saying Shatta Wale beefed Quusmoke and he's still reigning. So then now you've heard for yourself.
Yes.
And I don't think if it should ever happen to Quusmoke, you ever say a word about it. This is the brand we are talking about. You see, Shatta has built himself so well. When we talk about brand that are bigger than you, they are brand that we call cult following. They are brand that their people are ready to put themselves on the line to ensure that superstar is okay. Even if you are one of them. So imagine, even if you are one of them, you turn your back, then go turn them back towards you. How much more somebody you are not part? You understand? And that is what upcoming artists do not recognize. That viral song you have doesn't mean you have fans. That first hit doesn't mean you have fans. You've not built consistency enough in the industry for you to think you have fans. Somebody is willing to pay $2,000 bus Kumasi people to Accra to come and watch Shatta Wale. You will not have any fan that can do that unless you go and beg an investor.
Okay.
That is the difference. That is the gap between an already built brand
and a new brand.
Yeah. So if you want to touch such a person, maybe the person might not mind you. But the same person who is able to give a huge chunk of money to bounce people from one region to another can give the same boys he's bossing money. You know what? Corner this boy somewhere and deal with him for me. So it isn't that superstar that has sent for them.
Okay.
But in your minds, because they are coming in the name of that person, you think it's that person. But most time, obi na baby and a boleta say
okay. So sometimes what may be happening to you will not be the doing.
No, in fact, most times, even those people self have no idea. Because you know one thing about those superstars.
Another serious point.
They are very careful about not losing their identity with their fans. What is one of the things they can do to lose it? Getting directly involved in assault.
Okay.
How many of our Ghanaian superstars do you hear they beat their wives? Almost slow, because they know the moment it comes out, a bit may shake. Now Ghana, you don't joke with Intopao.
David.
When you Prince Charming cry, you be jam about. So one thing about our superstars, they don't joke with assault cases. They don't try to get involved directly.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to.
Never. So when you are an upcoming artist and you feel you've garnered 1 or 2 boys, the boys, you if you are supposed to work with the boys, you are going to be paying them every minute. But you see that made superstar, even if he doesn't pay them, he has some kingpin, he has some big man that feels him, because he needs him for his project. All the way you do. In fact, you need to be recommended by that big name before you can be appreciated by that big man. That is the difference. That big name, if you notice how some of these artists appreciate the likes of Shatta, Wale, Sarkodie, Stonebwoy for mentioning their names in big rooms of opportunity. That is when you understand the space between a big artist and a small artist.
Okay.
So when you are getting into a beef of that sort, always remember, these are people who have huge investors willing to offload any of their assets to make sure the artist knows they are for them. So that when they need them for their project, they can equally show the same love.
Are you talking out of experience? Because you are too specific on people pushing.
You see,
they have some
I don't
credible information.
The truth of the matter is, me personally, I don't have the experience.
Okay.
Because if I want to talk about mine, I know who was actually behind it.
Okay.
You understand?
When you say mine, what do you mean by mine?
I mean, I equally had an attack and something like that.
Okay. Oh, you had an attack.
Yes.
And because you were also beefing a bigger brand.
Yes, a bigger brand.
And the person hide attacks for you.
And the funny thing is, whoever came close, whatever they wanted, they didn't get. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. It can happen to me, and I feel it is one of my own person that sold me out.
Okay.
You understand? Because the whole thing is that artist wouldn't get that time to do that. And I've been speaking on several occasions, and yes, sir, what they were pinning on to come and do that thing, artists no own yes time and yes I don't know.
Until
Obi Abeni and I now pay video.
Okay.
Because how can a mafia come close to you and tell you he wants a video of you apologizing?
Yeah.
What the other?
A mafia.
Yes, a mafia will come close to you telling he needs a video of you apologizing. And it's all about the boo.
So.
A video of you apologizing.
What's the end game?
What's the end game? If not a blogger needing it to put in his archive, send her one day, long John Asemba, or the case in him say, we have this video. Because the artist wouldn't need it for anything. Or post it on the page. Or no artist, he doesn't even post his fans like that on his page. Until this video near there.
I see.
So that's what I'm saying. Mine is totally different. And me, you can't come and move. If I know it's from the artist, I will know. From the scheme, I will know. I have experienced people around me. Yeah. So when I narrate the whole thing, they will know where this is coming from.
So in summary, if you are that brand coming up and such a thing knocks at your door, you know, a bigger brand maybe starting to poke you or something happens that you have to fight back. In your own wisdom, what would be your advice before we close? And we are using the Quusmoke case study, talking about what he went through.
My advice is very clear and simple. Just like Quusmoke did. After that, you should don't talk again. Leave it, let it die out. And ensure you don't get into any beef of that sort with that person. Don't try to put it in your mind, I'll do a comeback. Oh, yeah, come back, come back. Maybe out to me, but you be book home. Do you understand? So you just leave it to die off.
Okay.
You understand? Because during those moments, you don't know who else is planning something for you.
Okay.
You understand? And one thing I also want to say, you see, these things do happen in the industry. But me, one thing I can tell you is, me and one person, if you come close to me, you go, me, unless you kill me.
Unless they kill God.
Me, unless you kill me. Because whatever you do, and always make sure you are well connected.
Okay.
That's another thing. Make sure you are well connected. If I say connected, socially, you have people within the media, people within the police, people within the military, and people within the streets that can hold you down. You understand? When they bring street, you bring street. When they bring police, you bring police. When they bring lawyers, you bring lawyers. That is what has kept me going. Okay. And yes, the number of threats I've had, and since now they've all stopped because they realized where I was coming from and the calls they were getting. Yeah, that's the truth.
I see. Simple message, simple advice to you out there. Know or pick your fight well. Maybe let me put it like that. Know who to fight with or pick your fight well. When I was listening to Quusmoke's story, I said to myself, wow, thank God he survived it and today he's where he is. In fact, today he's among the influential musicians we have within our music space. He has gotten some huge records. His latest album or project is doing so well. Anytime he has his shows, he's killing it. In fact, have I interviewed Quusmoke? I think so. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I can talk about those who are making impact in our music industry now, and Quusmoke's name will be mentioned there.
That's true.
He was able to survive it. I know some artists who may have gotten into such beefs with other established artists that they could not survive.
Have you forgotten what happened in Kufuria?
Who?
The artist that went to choke the other one, and now one is dead and one.
Oh, Nkoko.
Nkoko.
Oh, that one.
I know industry beef.
Industry beef.
Understand?
Oh, the same thing also has happened in Cape Coast before. Yeah, there was some dancehall artist in Cape Coast. He also died out of knife attack like that.
Yeah.
So know who you pick your fight with.
Yeah.
Thank God Smoke survived. Could it be you? Would you have survived? Many wouldn't have survived. He was lucky. Don't fall into that trap again. Don't make people do you. Some fans in there. Can be channel. He was able to swerve it. Thanks to, he mentioned one guy, said he was an ever guy. He said a guy came to live with him.
Yeah.
So it was the guy who was giving him Jim Charlie, do him. And out of that, he was able to put some record through. When the record went well, no, or the twice na nyameyadum. It was a crumple of free social media. And so at that time, it could have affected your career. And because who doesn't promote on social media?
Right. Let me also take this opportunity to appreciate my people. I also appreciate everyone who holds the Long John brand in high esteem.
Good.
From Sammy Flex, Fifi Pratt, and all the people involved. Some of you, because of your position and
exactly.
But people know I revere you and I respect you. And of course, you are the reason.
So guys, do it well and do it right. That is my advice. Do it well and do it right. With this, you are good to go. This is the Real Talk segment right here on Sammy Flex TV. Remember, I did this with man like Long John the blogger, with my team of producers. We are sure going to meet again to do it here. Feel free to share an opinion or two with facts, devoid of insults and abusive words. Even with that, we know how to cushion them because this has been our trade and we know how to trade it. We'll meet again in our next video. We're out of here. Bye-bye.
Everybody check now. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.